Welcome to I Want to Work There, where we're sharing perspectives on how colleges and universities can take their reputations to the next level with strategies to boost their employer brand. We're talking talent attraction, talent experience, so they can get talent retention. And we've heard stories about the right hire. So let's shift to talent attraction. Craig Fisher joins us again. And Craig, I'm really curious about an employer that you might have run across who seem to be well positioned to attract the kinds of employees that they really wanted. What did you see as a key to their success?
All right, Eddie. So great to be here. Thanks for having me again. I picked a good one for this. I've done a lot of work in the franchise space. So a lot with retail and restaurant chains. And, here in the Dallas area, we have a plethora of headquarters for those types of organizations. And so, it's high volume, which is an interesting hiring equation, right? And so that's always fun to kind of tackle some operations and talent attraction issues. And a few years ago, I got to do an experiment for Subway. And so Subway wasn't the brand that I thought could easily attract the people that they wanted to. But one of the competitors that I had to put in the audit for Subway was Chick-fil-A. And I learned some very interesting things about Chick-fil-A in my research that sort of helped inform Subway of a few things that might help them better attract the kinds of people that they wanted. Right. So Subway's had, their ups and downs, but Chick-fil-A has been kind of a straight up skyrocket. Right. And they're just very good. So some of the keys to their success really are about mission and values. They are really big on service, and they're really big on promoting from within. And they, do a lot of leadership development and pay for scholarships and all these wonderful things that just make them a really, really solid employer. And then they advertise it very well. Their employer brand is stellar and phenomenal. And they get the kind of people that want to be, you know, very interested in service and respect and excellence.
I really appreciate that you looked at someone who has a high volume recruitment model because I've done high volume and high volume is tough. And if you can really do something competitive with high volume, other than sticking mirrors under people's noses just to see whether or not they're breathing, put a vest on them, then you're doing something really good. And I appreciate Chick-fil-A being the model. And the reason is I know that there are people at colleges and universities, number one, who there's so many that have Chick-fil-A's on campus. But then also for those who are in urban areas, I know they stop at a Chick-fil-A on the way to campus and that sort of thing. So they can see that. And, mission and values are something that has come up multiple times. But then also, I thought it was really interesting that you brought up that they have a development model, but then also what that tends to do is that tends to attract people who already have an attitude of service. They already want to go in and brighten somebody's day with the order and that sort of thing. And I think that's where colleges and universities can benefit, where they identify people who already have the attitude to be in the space and then development. And I think the missing piece here for colleges and universities is figuring out what that internal promotional model is going to look like. Because there's just so many who say, well, you can't be promoted from within, sorry. If you want more pay, if you want another position, then you got to go to another school. But I don't think that's always the case. And so I think this kind of pushes a lot of institutions to think creatively about how they can position themselves with the best talent. So, correct. I appreciate that as an example.
Eddie, it's always a pleasure, of course, and glad to be here with you anytime.
You got it. Thanks a bunch. And you can find out more about Craig in the show notes. Make sure you follow, like, and share this video and the I Wanna Work There playlist, and we'll share more insights to help make your campus a place where great people want to work. Thanks again, Craig.